Hello and welcome. You are watching NDTV and I am Inderjeet Kaur and I am joined with Ricky Cage, who is three-time Grammy winner. It's an honor to meet you, sir, here. At Kumbh, I would like to ask you what brought you here, and you are attending a climate change event here. So, what do you think that what is the responsibility of an artist when it comes to social issues and especially climate change?
No, it's a huge honor for me to be over here, and thank you so much for speaking with me. We are at this beautiful event, which is faith and climate change, because at the end of the day, climate change is an existential threat to our species itself, to the human species. And I believe that what we need to do is to have a lot of individual action, because everybody talks about changing the world, but we very rarely talk about changing ourselves. And the only way we can encourage everybody to change themselves is, in my belief, it is through faith and it is through spirituality, because our ancient customs, our ancient traditions teaches us how to live in coexistence with nature. It teaches us how to not take more than you can give back from nature. It teaches us about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which is not just living in peace and harmony with all humans, but with all life and all the elements of nature. So I believe returning back to our spiritual roots is what will create a better future for our future generations.
You're talking about spiritual roots, but at the same time, you also talk about the roots related to music, that one should be connected to their traditional roots. So how do you mix your Indian music and blend it beautifully and intertwined with the nature as well? How do you think about it, coming up with a fusion of Indian and Western music?
No, for me, I myself am a so-called modern person, and at the same time, my roots are in India. Whatever I am is because of me being brought up in India and me having Indian parents and me being completely Indian in my being. So I guess it's natural for my music to be Indian. And, for me, music and spirituality is one and the same. Because people constantly ask me, do you have spiritual moments? Do you have moments where you feel closer to God? Do you feel that God is speaking to you? That always happens when I'm creating music. So I believe that music is the best medium of reaching very important messages to people, because you're hitting the hearts and souls of people. And when you reach out to people emotionally through a message, they are more likely to change and they're more likely to adopt better behaviors.
You don't only just talk about social issues when it comes to, bad facilities at airports, airlines, you also talk about that. So the poor quality or poor services. Yeah. So you never shy away and you put out a lot of threads and a lot of tweets. So what was your experience? I mean?
No, actually, I do a lot of praising also. If you look at my tweets, I've also praised a lot of good services that I've received. But unfortunately, when I praise somebody, it does not go as viral as when I diss somebody. That is the way it is. That's the way the world works. That's how social media works. But yeah, when somebody needs to be praised or a service needs to be praised, I absolutely praise that service. And when a service is not up to the mark, I try to let all my followers know about it so that they do not face the same problems that I faced.